Hello. Oh, little this, little that. Can you hear me? Okay, this is my first live. Sorry about that. I'm experimenting on you. Can you hear me pretty good now? Yeah, I was trying to get it set up and I was making mistakes. I'm trying to pull it up on my computer. If you'll give me just 1 second. Hey, Urban, how you doing, buddy? Give me just a second. I'm trying to get this pulled up, and I can't find it for whatever reason. But I know it's on here somewhere. Is everybody doing all right tonight? Give me just 1 second. I'm sorry. This is my first live stream. Just bear with me momentarily. I'll get there. Yeah, we're having a hurricane here, Urban. Kind of like, I guess y'all get typhoons over there. Hey, Munchin and Chat, thanks for stopping by. Sorry about the technical difficulties, but I'm old. That's what I'll put it at. I'm trying to pull up the chat now where I can see what y'all are writing because I can't really see it on my phone. My eyes aren't that good. But I'm old. That's what I'll put. Where's everybody located at? Urban, I know you're in New Zealand. Fat Boy, thank you for stopping by. I'm trying to pull up the chat now where I can see what y'all are writing because I can't really see it on my phone. My eyes aren't. Okay. Got Munchin and Chatting, Fat Boy, little this, little that. Hey, I appreciate y'all stopping by. Yeah, I'm in North Carolina. I'm on the North Carolina, South Carolina line. I'm about 30 minutes west of south of the border. Y'all get tornadoes, Urban? Wow. You still in Tennessee, Fat Boy? Hey, thank you, Urban. Yeah, that I had my hair done, so I'm getting a new toupee. So what's everybody up to tonight? I said I was going to try and go live, and I don't know how much longer I'm going to have power really. So we'll see. Which part of Tennessee, Fat Boy? I used to do a lot of work down in it's Cumberland County down there, Crossville, Tennessee. Yeah, that's where the train station is that was in that movie Sergeant York, right next to where he's from. You know, I like that area. Yeah, much in chat. I'm prepared. I got a bunch of water, all kind of soups and stuff. I got my grill ready to go. I'll be good. Well, Urban, I'm on the top part of the hurricane, which is where the worst winds are, and it spawns tornadoes. And high winds, but I've been through a lot of them, so this one's really no different. But this one it's kind of coming to the coast, and it's taking a left. Yeah, I've been through Bristol, Fat Boy, and that's pretty country up there. I used to go up to Gatlinburg a lot. I love some Gatlinburg, Sevierville. I like that area. Matter of fact, I came pretty close to moving up there at one time. I liked it so much, but I didn't know about being able to find work up there. And I think I could have done pretty good. Yeah, y'all show each other love. And y'all are the first people who've come to my first ever chat, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, Urban, I'm going to bunker down. I'm at the house just eating, and I was working outside today. So we'll see what happens. Where were you before you were in Bristol, Fat Boy? Yeah, the winds are picking up now. They've been a little bit all day, but it got real calm there for a while. But there's been some strange things happening around here with the birds. Birds are flocking together. Normally, birds in the south don't flock together unless it's going to get real cold or something's going on. Well, there was a flock of gackles flying together, which that's not unusual in the wintertime, but there was a whole thing of crows flying together, and that's highly unusual. Now, where'd you live before you lived in Bristol, Fat Boy? But there's been very little rain, just some sprinkling. I got all my hogs fed and the cats fed. Well, you kind of get used to them munching and chatting. I mean, after a while, it's just, you've been through so many of them. You just, kind of just get second nature. Leesburg, Virginia. I've heard of Leesburg. Not sure I know where it's at in Virginia. Yeah, well, a hurricane's kind of like a typhoon, I guess. We get rain, spawns tornadoes, high winds, and they can last for a couple of days. So hopefully there won't be a whole lot of damage. When we do, I'll have to fix my own stuff up before I can start working on anybody else's. All right, sorry about that. I was listening to the wind. It's starting to do pretty good out there. I put my buckets out so I have water to flush my commodes with. Because most of the time I'll go outside, but you know what they say: if it's yellow, let it melt. If it's brown, flush it down. So munching and chatting. Well, y'all, did you get anything off Hurricane Sandy when it came up that way? Okay, I've been through it if it's past Winchester because there's Remington right on that west side too. That's some beautiful country up in there. I used to travel that area a lot. I like that area. It's a beautiful area up in there. And I'd go up into West Virginia, and I worked for a company doing deliveries, and they'd have me all over the place. Well, that's good if you just had flooding, because sometimes if you're in a good area, then you won't have that bad of flooding. Yeah, I want to go up that way again, Fat Boy. There's a farm up there called Polyface Farms, and Joel Salatin, and he's renowned uh, farmer from that area. I want to go up there and see what his operation is all about. See if I can get any ideas off of it. Fat Boy, now I've been on a break. I hadn't been on YouTube, but I've been doing some writing and stuff. Are you still doing your music streams? Because I know I enjoy those music streams. I hadn't been on in a while because I've been trying to get some writing done. And if I get on, I'll stay on way too long and lose my time. But that's what I've been doing since I'm home with this hurricane and all. I've been doing some writing, finishing up books, doing my outlines and stuff. Oh, I appreciate that, Urban. I really do. Yeah, well, I got to get them down somewhere because I'm getting old. I'm starting to forget those memories. But I have some every now and again. I'll figure out some way to put them down or research them to find out what I can. What do I write? Well, right now I'm doing some self-help books. I'm doing two of those, which they're kind of running along the same lines, and it's kind of like I'm going to copy one to do the other. And it's jobs for people over 50 and convicted felons. I used to work with a homeless shelter, and a lot of those guys had trouble getting jobs. So I've done a lot of research and writing a book on that. And trivia, I love some trivia. I'm a trivia fanatic. I play competitive trivia, and then I get trivia questions every day. I go over that too. Oh, I understand, Fat Boy, and yeah, I've kind of got my studio rigged up tonight. I got my phone hotspotting for my computer where I can see what y'all are writing because my eyes aren't that good. I can hardly see them on the phone. That's why a lot of times when I was in your chat, I'd type in big letters and people get mad at me thinking I was rude, but I just can't see. And I'd have to see that where I'd know where I'd wrote something and then I could read everybody else. If not, I was reading my own post. You know, who wrote that? Now, I used to like writing horror. I was a big Edgar Allan Poe fan and the Telltale Heart and stuff like that, and The Raven, Nevermore, Nevermore. And I wrote a lot of horror when I was young, but this is stuff I'm going to self-publish, and hopefully we'll see how it goes. But I've got my outlines ready. I'm working on my 2 self-help books right now, and then I'll start doing some trivia, like on game shows, the Andy Griffin show, stuff like that. No, actually, I can see pretty good because I'm looking on my laptop. But if I'm on a live with my phone, I can't see. No, I can see good. I appreciate that, Urban. I appreciate it. And yeah, y'all look at each other's channels. All y'all got good channels, and because I go on all y'all's and support each other. But yeah, just a matter of getting old, and my eyes aren't that good anymore, Fat Boy. They started going bad when I was 40 and I could get under a bright light. And then that changes after a while. A lot of stuff starts changing after you hit the 40, then the 50. And I'm looking at 60 here pretty soon. Wow. Are you going to publish Kiwi, or are you just going to, is it for your own stuff for your kids when they grow up? I appreciate it. I sound real Southern too. Yeah, y'all check out each other's channels, and mine's kind of a hodgepodge of stuff. I cook on there, give recipes, stuff that if I've made mistakes, I'd like to share it with y'all so y'all don't make the same mistakes. Oh, I appreciate that, Fat Boy. And after you hit 50, it's just like they come and go, and you start getting older, you start realize a lot of things. You start losing a lot of people in your life, and it seems like every you know every week I'm somebody's died that I know or something, and it just times change. Oh man, I hate that you lost your writing, man. That's hard. I've lost writing, not being able to save it properly, and man, I had a good thing going, and all of a sudden, boom, man, it's hard to recover from that. Man, I hate that for you, Kiwi. Yeah, I use uh, Dollar General glasses, little this, little that, and they also make this little square thing for reading because these places that write these directions now, you got to be a hawk to read those directions, and I don't know. So I just wear my specs where because I can see stuff pretty well far away, but up close I can't really see stuff. It blurs. Yeah, Fat Boy. Who wrote that? Tennessee Williams. 16 tons, and what do you get? So I guess all y'all are everything's going okay. Everything's kind of at a standstill here where I'm at. We've got curfews going. It's sunset to sunrise. You got to be in. Of course, when they've had other problems, they've had looting problems. So I've got those looters numbers too. Hey, Stardust, thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. And I hadn't seen you in a little bit. Y'all hit that like button if you will. I may have more live chats. I enjoy them. I've got to get some more stuff together and maybe get a sponsor. Who knows? So we're going to have one word from our sponsor. This is Natural Lax, TNT laxative. If you want your bowels blown out, Natural Lax TNT laxative is what you need. It will have you crop dusting in about a day. Available at stores near you. Man, it is hot. I don't have my air conditioning on, and I cut my fan off so y'all won't get that background noise. But it's hot. But I've got bottled water here for me too. So, that's about it. Oh me, yeah. When you start getting older like that, your digestive system changes on you. It plays tricks on you. And, so is everybody working tomorrow, or what's everybody doing? And we're at a standstill here till this thing goes through. It's probably going to be Sunday or Monday for this thing's all the way out. So I've got food, water, I've got some beer. So I'm good. Yeah, listening to those winds again, you can tell they're picking up. The way the wind blows here, you'll see it in the top of the trees first, and then after a while, it'll start ground level. You'll start seeing it. I was sorry about the funeral, Fat Boy. I hope it didn't anybody that I hope it wasn't a relative or anything. Yeah, I must have a delay on my computer because that uh, commercial I did just came up. So, did y'all get that commercial? Oh, hey, Rob, Michigander man. Hey, I appreciate you coming by. This is my first live. How's everything in Michigan? Yeah, it was kind of a crazy setup what I had. My Wi Fi, I had an antenna in a tree that pointed at a main relay, and I rarely ever used it. So I just hotspot my phone when I need to get on my laptop. And normally I'll do my research on my phone and screenshot that and send it to my email on my laptop when I need that stuff. If I'm researching on my writing, like I said, I'm still getting my outlines together, getting the base stuff. You on your way home, Rob? Or you already home? Man, I'm so sorry to hear about that, Fat Boy. Yeah, Stardust, you get used to the Wi-Fi. That's how I don't watch TV. I get my news off Wi-Fi and all, and so and plus all my work and stuff. So it's kind of like it's attached to me at times. Did the wife have dinner waiting on you, Rob? Hey, getting started on homesteading. Glad you're here. I appreciate you coming by. What's on your mind tonight? Yeah, I quit TV. I mean, I had a big screen. I gave it away because I just don't watch TV. I mean, most of your shows now are just, uh, I mean, they just time robbers, and they they talk to everybody like they're dumb, and I just don't like that. Yeah, and I watch Netflix. I've been watching Breaking Bad again, and I like Call Saul too. Yeah, for whatever reason, he just cracks me up. Well, I hope you get something to eat. I have some Asian soup I bought. It's like ramen noodles, and that's what I ate tonight. And it's spicy, and it isn't real spicy, but it's spicy enough. It had me sweating. So I'm still sweating from it. And I took a shower this morning, but I'll take one tonight just in case I lose power during the night because of the storm. Hey, Chris, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I wish I could do that, but I'm on my computer writing, and I'm normally at my desk. What I'm doing now. Dandelions. Hello. Thank you for stopping by. Gosh, Kiwi, I'd have been going through withdrawal not having Wi-Fi for 6 weeks. Y'all, Dandelion, she's the funniest thing. She'll just say the funniest remarks on my video. I always look forward to her remarks. So she'll say something and it'll get me to laughing. And I tell her what she'll say either. The wind's blowing pretty good around here, Dandelions. It's a little bit of like little spits of rain, what I call them. It'll rain, we'll get wind and rain. Of course, on these outer bands, that's how it's going to do for a while. Hey, Kiwi, thanks for stopping by. I love you too, my friend. I'll be touching base with you. But yeah, it's going to come during the night. I got everything put up, and I found my little grill. I've been looking for that thing. Finally found it, and I can just put a little bit of charcoal in there. That thing will last me a couple weeks. As long as I can wash my armpits and eat and have some liquids, I'm good. Hey, I remember that too, Rob. We only had 13 and 6, and then Channel 40 came on, and they do these all night horror movies on Friday night. And that was the only night of the week I could stay up as long as I wanted to, as long as I didn't have to work that next day. Because normally I had a job, and I'd stay up and watch the horror movies, and I'd sleep late on Saturday. But that was the only time I could stay up late. And now people got 300 channels, and there's nothing to watch on there. I don't understand that, but whatever. Yeah, some friends of mine, they had an antenna on the outside of their house, and they'd have to walk outside. Well, we didn't have air conditioning back then, and you'd have the window open. You'd say, "Well, turn it this way," and then turn it. Say, "Well, stay there." And then so you turn, and you were turning the antenna by hand. Didn't have a rotor. You turn it by hand so you could pick up some channels, and they do that. And still, you only had two channels for the longest. Then that third channel, that was it. Little of this, little of that. And how many of y'all remember Walter Cronkite? You're going to show your age, but go ahead and be honest about it. I used to love as a boy watching Walter Cronkite, and because if Walter Cronkite told you something, you could pretty much bank on it. And it wasn't the way things are now. I did a video on that, Danny Lines, about the tinfoil on the rabbit ears. All right, sometimes you'd have to put a hand up there and hold it. Like if my sisters had a program, and I'd hold it for them where they could watch it. But yeah, gosh, yeah, the rabbit ears. And think about it, youngins don't know what rabbit ears are. Rotary dial phones, they see that. Like, what is that thing? And when you said tinfoil, I thought you were going to say a tinfoil hat, Danny, for whatever reason. And I tell what you're allowed to say sometimes. Well, there's a lag in between my phone and my laptop on this thing. I'm sorry if I'm not catching y'all's responses early enough, but I just can't read them off the phone. Yeah, did you have that VCR that had like a record that went in it? What did they call those things? Yeah, and then had VHS, man. I thought that was it. Okay, who remembers 8-track tapes? Laser disc player. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, those 8 tracks were something else, man. You could have a favorite song, but you're gonna have to listen to 3 others to get to the other track. What was it? 4 tracks and 4 songs, and you'd have to go through to hit track number 3, and then if the song was number 4, you'd have to listen to them other songs where you could listen to that 4 songs. You know, yeah, that's me before I got my toupee, and my tooth's clean though. I brush my tooth. My tooth is clean. I had an 8 track player in a Volkswagen Bug, no air conditioning, and 0 to 60 in about half an hour if you're lucky and going downhill. I carried a girl to a prom in VW, and had like a $20 tuxedo, so I was looking cheap all the way around. Yeah, I used to have one in the house, but it was some other stuff got stolen, and it worked at one time. I don't know if it still worked, but it was just a lot of memories for me and showing my kids and stuff. Well, thank you, Dandelions. I'm right proud of that tooth. A Dodge Dart. Good night. My friend had one of those. That was a square car if they ever made one. Gosh, knows those things were square. Yeah, I had a Volkswagen. My sister had one, and then I got it from her. A Ford Pinto. Good night. That's something you hardly ever see on the road now is Ford Pinto. And wasn't there something about the gas tanks or something that made those dangerous? I can't remember. There was something about those cars. I know it kind of reminded me of those Pacers with all the window in it because those could double as a greenhouse. Hey, all sorts. Thanks for coming in. A Chevy Impala. My uncle had one I'd love to have had. And he kept it clean, and that's all he had was Chevrolet Impalas. And he kept them clean as a whistle. And when he died, my aunt didn't want me to have it for whatever reason, so she ended up giving it to somebody else. And it was, I know I didn't get it, but I hope they fixed it up. Yeah, I've still got a lot of my records, Rob. You remember the Leonard Skinner album? It had the flames on it. My son was wanting to find one. And I said, "What's got you wanting to find one of those?" He said, "I just thought it'd be nice to find." So I said, we got to my house, and I said, "Well, come on back here." So we were going through my albums. I pulled one out, and I said, "That what you looking for?" He said, "Yeah, Daddy." And so I gave it to him. He said, "I want to take your record, Daddy." I said, "Son, I hadn't listened to that thing in who knows how long." I said, "Just frame it and don't sell it." So I gave it to him, and I had another one and gave it away before all that plane crashing happened, before they changed the album and took those flames off. Yeah, I remember those Malibus. Those were some nice cars. And the rain's starting to pick up around here a little bit. What was everybody's first car? Mine was a 1966 Thunderbird, and then I had a Volkswagen, then I had a Honda Accord. Did that Malibu, would it run Stardust, or was it, did they have it geared down so you couldn't race and stuff with it? Yeah, we didn't have any air conditioning in any of our cars, and I got a Honda before I went into college, and I drove that thing till it was just nothing left. Then I got a Toyota truck, and then I got married, started having kids, so then I went into family vans and all, and Dodge Caravan. That's a square vehicle too. I got one of those. All right, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Had a V8. Hey, Jackie, glad you can make it. Thanks for stopping by. A Plymouth Sundance. I vaguely remember those. 120 miles an hour. You did not need that as your first car. I had a Jeep Sahara, Rob, and that was one of the best vehicles I've ever had. And before I die, and I hope it ain't soon, that I'll have me another Jeep. I love those Jeeps. I'm doing well, Jackie. I hope you are. Jackie, what was your first vehicle? Jackie's from the north. She's across the Canadian line from us. She has some good videos. Check her channel out. Show her some love. Can y'all hear me all right? This is my first live, and I just want to make sure y'all can hear me the way I've got this system set up. I mean, it is, it's a rigged up system, believe me. So I appreciate y'all stopping by and bearing with me. Yeah, I'm just killing a little bit of time before the storms hit. I'm not going to be on here too much longer. I just want to try it out and see how I could best set it up. 54 Nash. 10-4 Dandelions, thank you. I believe Dandelions may have had a CB in her first car. My grandma never drove either, Jackie. She just had no interest in it. And yeah, it's hard to beat those Jeeps. And I love that one. I didn't have any problems with it. And I could kick myself to this day for getting rid of it, but sometimes you have to get rid of stuff. Yellow and white Chevy Impala. Well, you were just styling going down the road in that, weren't you? Little this, little that. Dandelions. Do you work during the day? I notice a lot of times you post at night. Do you work during the day? Dandelions has 6 sons, I believe. Don't you have 6 sons, Dandy? Yeah, I don't blame you, Stardust. I'd love to have another Jeep, but one day eventually. I've got a truck and a van now, and I've got to get a new engine in my truck, but I'll keep a vehicle till it's dead. 6 grown boys. Good. And I never wanted a house full of boys or a house full of girls. I had 4 and 4. I had a boy, 2 girls, and a boy. And all mine are grown too. I've got grand youngins now, so I'd really rather had grand youngins than youngins, but you got to have one to get the other. How many grand youngins you got, Danny? Who all's got grand youngins? Now, between the two, I think girls were easier to raise than boys, but I don't know. It's sometimes girls can get on the left side of things. 5 granddaughters. Good night. You had to get 6 boys to get 5 granddaughters. Well, that works. That's right, Rob. I remember when that was you. She was fixing to be born. Well, that's all right. I guess she's either trying to start walking, or when she does, she'll hit another gear. Yeah, Jackie, I've got a little cousin. He's in his 20s. He's my third cousin, but he and I have always been real close. When he was little, I used to get him, and no telling when I'd carry him back home. He'd hang with me, and whenever they'd come up, they have some property near me. He was coming to my house to stay with me and hang out with me. He just loved hanging with me. I gave him his first dog, his first knife, and so we're still real close. He'll call me up, check on me, see how I'm doing. He's a man now. Yeah, when they're that age, Rob, they're dirty in them diapers. But girls are easier to train than boys. Hey, it's Bradley's in the room. Bradley and I met through another site, and then he found me over here, and he's a good fella. And everybody say hey to Bradley. He's a heck of a nice guy. And hey, Bradley, thank you for coming by. I really appreciate it. Yeah, tell her I love her, and I appreciate it. Yeah, yeah, kids will do that. They know who they can go to. I'm real tall, so a lot of times kids are kind of spooked by me, so I'll squat down. And Bradley, we're a motley crew in here, but we're friendly. Which everybody in here, I know them or been following their channels. So all of them are good folks. And I'm just going over about the hurricane. I just got a little bit of wind blowing now, Bradley, and rain's kind of intermittent. So I got food, I've got water, and I got power for right now. So we'll see how it goes. Oh yeah, I will, buddy. I've been through so many of these. About the worst one I ever went through was Hugo. Hugo was yeah that thing was rocking and rolling, and there was one that went through called Hazel in '54. I wasn't around then, but I've heard all these old timers around here talk about it and how bad it was because it came on pretty quick. Yeah, I remember you telling me you were short, Danny. What'd you say? You're 5 foot with stilettos on? Hey, get in the house, Rob. Get you some rest, buddy. Hey, Rob, I really appreciate you stopping by and spending some time with us. Hurricane Harvey. Yep, I remember that. But we didn't get any of that. Yeah, they had a hard time managing that in Houston. I know there was one hurricane down there. The lady was trying to leave and she ran out of gas and she was side the road. She didn't know what she was going to do because everybody was trying to get the heck out of Dodge. But it kind of missed. I think that was one before Harvey, but I was so worried about that one woman. I hope she finally got some gas and got somewhere. 48 inches of rain. Wow. So we had Matthew here last year, but about 8 days before Matthew, we had just a tropical storm. I mean, there was road damage, roads getting washed out. Then 8 days later, we get Matthew. Well, all that water hadn't drained from that tropical storm that was unnamed. And so then we had Matthew, and man, there was all kind of roads shut down around here. They'd washed out from culverts up under them. We appreciate the prayers, Jackie. We need them. But yeah, the house I live in, it's been in my family since the Civil War. So it's seen a lot of storms and stuff. So there's one part of it when Hugo hit, I had all of us out in the middle of the house, and there's no windows out there. And I had my 4 kids out there and the ex. So I had extra mattresses out there. I figured I could cover them up if anything happened and protect them as best I could because I tried to get the ex to go out of town to evacuate. And I said I'd stay here, but she didn't want to go. But I just want to make sure they were safe. As long as they were safe, I was okay. But it's kind of second nature for everybody around here now. Everybody has water and food supplies. And I know Matthew, I cooked a lot and I had a freezer full of hog meat. So I was cooking a lot of pork for everybody around the road because I've got a lot of elderly people who really don't have anybody. So if I could help them. Yeah, I'm getting some rain now, Jackie. Not a lot, but it's just on the first start of this thing. And the rains will start increasing. And then by tomorrow, it's going to be rocking and rolling. Yeah, it's kind of hot around here now. The temperature had dropped, but it's still kind of hot. Of course, I did eat that soup. I ate some Asian soup tonight, and it was spicy, and so that's got me sweating some. I'll take a shower before I go to bed. Yeah, I don't Facebook. They've had a lot of stuff on Facebook, so I've been getting updates on that. But you know, everybody's saying this and saying that. But the way it looks, Florence is going to come right up to the coast, and it's going to hit Wilmington, which is right at Carolina Beach, where I like to go a lot. Then it's going to turn and go south, and then come in North Carolina and South Carolina. Sorry about that. Yeah, on beams at the beach, there is not a lot around here. It's expensive construction, but for the beach, you really need it for water surges. But depending on how high that water comes up, they say it can go up to 20 feet, and they've got buoys out there. They said they were having 83-foot waves out there, or swells. So, they're measuring that buoy, how far it goes up and how far it goes down. Welcome back, Munching and Chatting. Thank you for coming back. We hadn't been talking about you. Everything's all right. Everybody, show everybody some love in the room. It's all these are good channels. I'm subscribed to all of them. So, oops, sorry about that. I hit my computer. But I'm not going to be on here but about 9 more minutes. I said I was going to do 1 hour live, talk to everybody, and then I'm going to sign off and take a shower and get ready for the tomorrow. See what tomorrow brings. It's just going to be rain, torrential rain. I'll probably ride a little bit tonight too. Yeah, it is, Jackie. It's my first live stream. I thought about it today, and I had time, and I said, because I've been, I took time off for a while I was doing my writing, which I'm still doing my writing, but I'm a lot further ahead by taking time off. So I've been making a lot of videos, doing a lot of my memory videos, and I said, well, I'm going to try and do a live stream. So what I'm having to do, I'm having to use my phone to record, and then use my laptop where I can see what's being said. Oh, I appreciate your kindness, Jackie. Thank you. So what's everybody's hobbies? Tell me the one hobby you do. Oh, I appreciate that, Danny Lyons. I figure I better get those memories out because I can't remember like I used to. But every once in a while, a memory will pop up, and I'll make a video about it. I'm going to do a location memory video on a lady I admired. And a lot of these people, there's nobody that knows these people existed probably anymore except me and y'all who I share it with. And, whoever will see these videos when I'm dead and gone will remember them. But a lot of good people. Yeah, I like your craft and stuff, Jackie. I wish I was good as you are like that. But I have to use Pinterest, and I appreciate that, Bradley. I use Pinterest a lot to cheat. I copy stuff off Pinterest. And but I'm still doing my arbors. I've got an arbor I've got to finish up, but I called the guy and said, hey, look, with this hurricane, it's going to be late. So he was all right with it. Yeah, yeah, because I'll catch videos, little this, little that, and that I think maybe I can share something worthwhile. So I'll do that because I'm up to like 802 videos now, and I've got a video library that I haven't published yet of just stuff that happened because I was trying to do one a day there for during the week for 5 videos a week. So and I don't like my videos real long. What do y'all think? Would y'all rather have long videos or shorter videos? I can't get into a long video because I've just got too much to do unless I can put it on while I'm not working. So I try to make mine as quick as possible. There's probably possums crossing the border from the U.S. going over to y'all. Yeah, because a lot of my memory videos, they'll get up to like 3 to 5 minutes. But my other one's like 1.5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes. And if I was better editor, I would make longer videos, but I'm not that good at editing. Well, I can't edit. Let's just be real about it. Y'all never had possums in Canada? That's strange. They're creatures of opportunity. They're an ugly creature too. And, but they're survivors, that's for sure. I hadn't had any around the house lately, because I mean, I keep my cat food out, but for whatever reason, I just hadn't had any. There for a while, it seemed like I was catching one every month. Yeah, they probably did hide in the trucks and get over there. Hey, Fanny, thanks for stopping by. We're starting to have wind gusts around here now. I was just listening. The wind's outside, it's gusting. Raccoons in the attic, Dandy? You need to get them out because that raccoon manure, it's got a parasite in it that get in kids' eyes and cause them to go blind. They're some pretty ugly creatures. If I was closer, I'd help you get them out, hon. Yeah, squirrels can be aggravating too, little this, little that. Of course, you can always eat the squirrels. Actually, you can eat the raccoon and possum too. But I prefer the squirrel. The raccoon hash is pretty good. Possum, I've had possum. It's a little bit on the greasy side. But I'll try any food one time. May not like it, but I will try it. Fanny, yeah, I'm in the I'm on the North South Carolina line, about 30 minutes west of south of the border, and it's the flat part of North Carolina. When it drops, I'm right on that point right there. Well, we're on the outer bands right now. We'll start getting winds coming and going, rain coming and going, and then that'll start getting more frequent. And then by tomorrow, it'll just be a constant wind and rain. Yeah, they're nasty because when I was catching those, they were on my porch eating cat food, Jackie. I started to pet one night. And I said, something just didn't look right because I was going to reach over and pet it. And I cut the light on and looked, and it cut my flashlight on my phone. It was a possum. I said, that went over well, me trying to pet it. And which I've got feral cats. There's one or two that'll let me pet them, but for the most part, they don't want me to pet them. They just want me to feed them. You know how cats are. Cats are so narcissistic anyway. Get you some traps, Danny. Skin them raccoons. I know you can cook them up. You're a good cook. You can go to Tractor Supply and get one of those big traps. And the best thing to do is pop a sardine can. I was a property manager for a company. We had a raccoon problem at a set of apartments. I mean, they were playing out on the kids' playground and everything. So we started trapping them, and we kind of had to go. We had to create our own trail to get back there because our traps would get stolen. And we were putting out 4 or 5 big traps a night, and we'd catch 4 or 5 raccoons. So we'd carry them, and every morning I'd go by there. I'd carry them down into South Carolina and release them, which you ain't supposed to do that, but it is what it is now. Well, that's it, Jackie. I'm educating you on wildlife. Yeah, those are some nasty looking little creatures too. Gosh, they're so nasty. Yeah, you're welcome, Danny. I hope you can get them because, like I said, that manure from those raccoons is some awful stuff. For them, yeah. I imagine that possum came from the United States on those trucks, like you were saying. Well, folks, I'm fixing to wind this down. I want to thank all y'all for stopping by, and I really do appreciate y'all. And I'm gonna have another one after this hurricane gets through and all. But I was just sitting around. I said I'm gonna try and have one. And but I appreciate every one of y'all, and show each other love. Hey, I love all y'all. Y'all be safe out there. I'll try to little this, little that if I can. I will, Bradley. Thank you. Hey, tell the missus I said, hey, I love y'all.